Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for another positive spin. Now, today we're going to be talking about Poltergeist. Now, this is the Blu ray, which has the extended cut as well as the theatrical cut. Joe and I went with the theatrical cut. The extended cut is about 7 minutes longer, and this is about the third time I've seen this film, and all I've ever watched was the extended cut. So, this was a first time watch for me watching the theatrical cut, so I thought that was pretty cool. Now, my relationship to this film. I try to see all the new films when they come out when I can. So I rented this when it came out. I enjoyed it. I bought it on, I think it was Black Friday one year. And that's basically my relationship with the film. Not much to it. I did not see it in the theaters. Um, it's got to be something that I really, really want to see for me to go to the theater. But I'm going to put a positive spin on Poltergeist. Now, just remember, this is the theatrical cut. I like in the beginning, the very beginning of the film, you have this pixelized monster on the screen that the kid's playing the video game on, although you don't know it's a video game. And you kind of think that that's the television. It kind of leads you to believe that it's the television with the, the whole. It's not Carol Ann in this one. It's Maddie, I think. And you expect her to say they're here, and it's going to be like a demon in the television. But that's not the case. I thought that was kind of a neat thing that they put ahead. And it actually leads to the character of Griffin, which is the boy, who, in my opinion, has more of a part in this film than Maddie, which would have been Carol Ann in the original. I thought that was really cool. Kind of like a misdirection. I love the parents. I thought they seemed incredibly real. Um, the whole thing of the financial problems, which they did touch on in the original, seemed more of a problem in this one. And I thought that that kind of made the parents seem a little bit more real to me. The house is pretty cool. The house, of course, acts like a character in the film, and the house is your pretty standard house. I thought it was pretty neat. The son is afraid of pretty much everything, and that's Griffin, the one I was talking about that has a bigger part than he did in the original film. Um, and that was pretty much me when I was young, so I could really identify with Griffin in this one. And I think that kind of endeared me to the film right away. There's a nice dynamic between the kids and the parents. The father in this, and for some reason I always blank on his name. He's a popular actor, but I don't know why I always blank on his name. But I've liked him in pretty much everything I've seen him in, even way back to Clown House when he was younger. In the boys' room, he has that small door. And another thing I could relate to is that my cousin, who I spent a lot of time over his house when I was younger, also had a door like that in his room. And it was basically storage because some houses didn't have attics. They had that kind of room off to the side. And yeah, it creeped me out when I was younger too. So I could definitely relate to that one. I like the updated Ghost Hunter on television. And that's, spoiler alert, of course, who comes to the house to help them get rid of the poltergeist. The fact that they have financial problems, which I, of course, wrote twice because apparently that impressed me a lot. It did. It just seemed a little bit more dire. Now, look, I'm going to say this now. Craig T. Nelson is one of my favorite actors. I think he's a great actor. I like Jo Beth Williams as the parents in the original. I thought that they were really, really good. Of course, if you watch Poltergeist, my review for Poltergeist for the Terror in the Owls Challenge, I didn't like that they smoked pot, but I thought it kind of was a conflict with what they were trying to show. but I did like their characters. I just happen to like the parents in this one a little bit better. I thought they seemed more real. Okay, definitely has better pacing than the original. This has always been a thing that the original was too long, probably about 20, 25 minutes too long. And that is exactly what the runtime is on this Poltergeist movie. It takes about 20, 25 minutes off of it because there was stuff that just didn't need to be in it. I love that the whole movie is based in reality rather than some of the weird stuff that was in the original. I mean, yes, you're talking about supernatural, so reality is kind of a relative term, I guess, but I just liked the portrayal of the characters and what happens to them in this house. I also like that they did some other stuff with this. Now, I've always said that my remakes, the remakes that I really enjoy, take the source material and do something a little bit different with it. And that's what this one does. It's a very smart that they changed the old lady to the guy because I don't think anybody could have filled her shoes. Um, the little old lady who helps them in the original film. So I like the fact that they changed it. I think they were paddling upstream with that one if they would have kept a little old lady in there. Um, I also like that the people that they originally called, and then the ghost hunter, the head of that, which is a woman. I like that they were married. I think that's a really cool dynamic. If you haven't seen the film, go watch the film. The inside, or the other side, if you go by the original uh, Poltergeist, is so cool in this. Yes, it's a lot of CGI, but I really think they did a good job with the inside, making it look super creepy. I thought that was really well done. And to be honest, the original had a false ending, and then went on. This one also has a false ending, but I think it served the movie better. Like I said, the original is just too long for me. It's too drawn out, and to be honest, I get kind of bored in it. So it was kind of refreshing to see a false ending on such a short film. So it kind of, drew it out a little bit more. And one of the things I always loved about the original was when they took the TV outside, put it outside when they went to the motel. I always got a big laugh out of that. Well, they kind of did something similar in this one at the end. I'm not going to spoil it, but I thought it was clever and it was funny. All in all, I like this film. I always have. I mean, is it as good as the original? You may think not. I actually prefer it to the original. Maybe that's the worst thing that was ever said. I don't know, but I do. I think it's paced a lot better, and all in all, I just like it better as a film. And that's my positive spin on Poltergeist, the remake. Don't forget to check out Joe's positive spin, and if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.